Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia and I am a solo female hiker and traveler. And if you've been watching my videos, thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you're new to my channel, I attempted to through hike the AT 2 years in a row. Last year I made about 180 miles. This year I made it 474.6 miles. I've hiked sections of the Foothills Trail, the Lake Superior Trail, and a bunch of other day hikes and short overnight hikes. And today I wanted to talk about what are the basic necessities that you need to have in your day pack if you're going on a day hike. And so I tried to make a good comprehensive list of the basics. I tend to carry a little bit more, and my mentality is if I was to slip and fall down, if I was to get a little lost and the hike took me longer and I wasn't able to make it back to my car or whatever, the weather got bad, it rolled in out of nowhere and I needed to hunker down, what are the basic things that I would need to make sure that I could stay safe overnight until I could either get back to my vehicle or help could come and get to me? So that being said, I just have a small marmot backpack that I keep for my day hikes. I have no idea what size this is. This was a gift that I won when I worked in Yellowstone National Park back in 2018, and it's just a well-made pack, and so this thing has seen some miles, let me tell you. And it's just a basic backpack, but I love it. So you don't need anything fancy. You just need something that's comfortable and will hold the items that you need to carry for that day hike. So I did make a list because I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget anything that I felt was important on a basic level. And certainly this is not the list that you have to take. If there's other things that you want to take, or there's things on my list that you feel you don't need, then you can certainly make some adjustments. But I wanted to give you a basic list of what I felt would be important to have in your backpack to make sure that you're safe for your day hike, you have a great time, and should something happen, that you can keep yourself safe until you can get out of the woods or your help can get to you. So the first item that I have is to make sure that you have enough water. If you have the ability to filter water on the hike, then bring your water filter system, your Sawyer Squeeze, your Life Straw, whatever it is that you use, or some tablets. And you do want to have the ability to filter water. If you don't have water on the trail, then it does not hurt to make sure that you have extra water, especially in a day pack, because you don't have a lot of extra gear that you're carrying in there. So you can always dump water if you're getting towards the end and it's heavy, but you certainly can't put water in there where it doesn't exist. So make sure that you have enough water or the ability to filter water on the trail. The next thing that I have on my list is to make sure that you have a good map of the trail that you're going to be walking. If you use an app such as FarOut or AllTrails, I suggest, if you're able to download the map so that if you do not have service for whatever reason, then you're able to still pull that up and see where you're at on the trail. And as a backup, when I get to the trailhead, I always take a picture of the trail that I'm going to be walking, so I have that in my camera and I can refer to that as well, just in case something goes awry and I need to reference that as well. The GPS that I use is Zoleo. A lot of people use Garmin, and even on day hikes, even on trails that I have hiked before, I always take my GPS satellite tracker, and you just don't know what. So it's better to be safe than sorry to have it. You have the SOS button if you need it. You will be able to send messages if for some reason you lose service in an area where you normally have service. So it's not going to hurt to take it, and I always take mine even on trails that I've hiked several times, and even on trails that I know that I have service, I still take it with me just in case. And of course, you are going to have your phone, because you're going to have your phone to take pictures. You're going to have your phone for the maps. And that being said, I also take my power bank, a full charge power bank, because when you're using maps, when you're using apps, when you're texting, when you're taking pictures, when you're taking videos, your battery does tend to drain a little bit faster than what you're normally used to, because you're using that phone quite a bit when you're out there with multiple things while you're hiking. So definitely take a power bank. I just take a 10,000 power bank on a day trip, but that's enough to give me a couple charges if for some reason my phone is using way more battery than I think it should. It gives me the ability to charge it back up. I also carry a very basic first aid kit, and part of that first aid kit I include bug spray, sunscreen, antiseptic, maybe some small bandages, some antibiotic ointment, and I carry Benadryl now. I tend to have a little bit, more significant reactions to certain bug bites than I had when I was younger, with some swelling and itching, and so I just take a Benadryl with me just in case I need it. And if you are someone that uses an EpiPen when you're not on trail, then you certainly should have it in your bag when you go on a trail. Make sure you have some electrolytes. Even in cold weather, you need to replenish what you're using, especially on, more difficult hikes. And that being said as well, then you want to also make sure that you have enough snacks, that those snacks are, have enough calories that, are going to replace what you've used. And what you find is you eat a lot when you're hiking sometimes, but you need to really pay attention at your eating for energy. At home, we eat a lot because it's for enjoyment, but when you're out hiking, if you're climbing elevation, if you have boulders and stuff like that, you need those calories for energy. So you want to make sure that you have enough snacks. And if something happens and you're stuck overnight, you're not going to starve to death. And that's why water and electrolytes are really important to have. The electrolytes will help bridge the gap if you run out of snacks. I do carry my neck knife. I have that on me. There's a plethora of reasons why you can use that. So I make sure that I have my neck knife on me. And I do carry a lighter. And that is, if I needed to start a fire, if I got stuck overnight and I could, I needed to start a fire, now I'm able to start a fire because I have a lighter. Or waterproof matches or something similar. Make sure you carry your bathroom kit. Kahlua cloth for number one if you use one, but you should also carry your bathroom kit. When you're out there and you're walking more, 10 miles a day or whatever, and you need to go number two, then you need to practice your leave no trace and be able to dig a cat hole and as if you were never there. So it doesn't hurt to throw that in the bag, and you should have that. Even if it's something you don't think you'll need, you never know. When you get 5 miles out, you may need it. I'm in Florida and it's hot right now, but if I was going to go out and do a hike, which I'm not doing hiking right now, it's too much, but even in warmer temperatures than, say, wintertime, I still carry a jacket and my rain poncho. And my reasoning behind that is because if I have a jacket, which my jacket that I typically wear, I'm not going to necessarily bring my puffy, but I would bring like my hoodie, my alpaca hoodie, and my rain poncho. And my reasoning behind that is if something happened and I needed to spend the night outside, I have something that will keep me warm. I have something I can lay down on. My rain poncho could keep me dry. I could easily open that up and use it as a tarp. And you can also bring a small tent if you want. I mean, they make such compact, lightweight things, or throw a tarp in there if you really, if that really makes you feel better. And I think that, it really depends a lot on the trail and, that you're going on and how long you might be out for the day. My sit pad is my luxury item on my day trips because there's nothing better than sitting down to taking a break, sitting on a boulder next to a waterfall and having that soft sit pad. And I'm certain if I had to spend an emergency night out that would come in handy somehow. And it's not very big, but it's something. And then you can always throw one of those emergency blankets. They have those little ones, they fold up like that. We have one. I've thrown it in my bag a couple times. And if you are in if there's an opportunity where bad weather might roll in or cooler temperatures overnight or whatever, that's not going to hurt to have. So those are the basic items that I carry in my day pack when I go on day hikes or shorter hikes. There's certainly other things that, you may feel comfortable bringing, or there might be things that I take that you're like, I don't really need that. I don't necessarily need a sit pad. So if this is just a basic, to make sure that you just have the basics to keep you safe if something happened. And also something that I wanted to show you is I, for the longest time, did not realize that there was whistles on these backpacks. I don't remember I was watching somebody's video and they showed that. So you do check your backpacks, because even this one that's not a very big fancy one has a whistle on it. So, you know, if you're somewhere where you need to get some attention for help or whatever, or scare an animal away or whatever, most backpacks have a whistle right there on the chest strap, so that you can use that. But I hope that helps. I hope that gives you I'll kind of link everything in the description below, so that if you're just starting out and you kind of want to go through and maybe make a checklist of the things, because I know when I first started, I was very overwhelmed. Do I have everything? Am I forgetting something? And really this list is what I created over time, which makes me feel comfortable when I go out. And so that's what I've just carried with me over the years. But certainly you can add more things to it if you'd like. But if there's things that I don't carry in my day pack that you think would be a great idea, please put them below in the comments, because I would love to hear. I am always open to learning from others, and that's one of the best things about the hiking community, is we have so much to share with each other to keep each other safe and have wonderful hikes. So that being said, happy trails, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.